Over the last 10 years, thousands of brave men and women kissed their families goodbye and shipped out to fight for our country in Iraq. The U.S. invasion of Iraq transformed both military families and American politics. We lost 4,488 American troops. 3 months into the war, President Bush declared the mission accomplished, yet our troops stayed. America elected President Obama in 2008 partly on a promise to end the war in Iraq. The last U.S. combat troops left Iraq in December 2011, but thousands of people are still mending the heartache the war left in its path. And as Not on Your Side's Liz Kodalik found, for many military families, the Iraq war will last a lifetime.
Exactly 10 years ago today, a man crossed the berm from Kuwait into Iraq with the 3rd Infantry Division. And after 8 months overseas, he came back home, met Melissa, and got married, and then had twins. But the memories of Iraq lingered. And today, Melissa says the effects of his deployment have changed her life and the lives of their children forever.
His hat, something his little boy doesn't want to lose. His picture, with his daughter's message written in crayon on the back. I love you. I miss you. All mementos of a father who is now simply a memory.
They ask me why Daddy is gone, and I just tell them that he's confused. You know, I just tell them that he's not very happy inside of his head.
When Melissa met her ex-husband, he had just came home from his tour in Iraq.
He slowly opened up to me and told me in detail a lot of the stories. I mean, there were nightmares, recurrent nightmares. He very specifically remembers, because they had to place the bodies into bags, and he remembers children, one of which was, I think the little girl was about approximately 9 years old.
Despite seeing signs of PTSD, the couple got married and soon after had twins.
He was happy, but he was just, you could just tell he was internally struggling.
Although she says he started taking antidepressants, he stopped after about a year. That's when she says the drinking got worse, and when Melissa finally had to let him go.
He resented that I pushed to get help again, to get back on the medication, to stop the drinking, to be a family.
Melissa says he hasn't spoken to his twins in 3 years, and it's like he's slowly fading away from their memories. Although he's still alive somewhere, she says it's like he was a casualty in a war that so many today wish never took place.
Look what it did to the home front. Look what it's done to everything, to so many military families. I mean, are suffering greatly as a result of this. At what cost? What did we gain from this? Really, what did we gain?
Although Melissa says she thinks soldiers like her ex-husband did a lot of good over in Iraq, she is one of the 53% of Americans who think that the war was a mistake. But Melissa says although her children are a constant reminder of the man she used to love, she's moved on, is engaged, and hopes to give her children the happy life that they deserve.
Like you said, so many families going through very similar situations. How can people get help if they're finding themselves in a similar position?
Well, Jen, the main reason Melissa told me that she wanted to tell her story is to show others that they're not alone and that life goes on. And if you or someone you know is suffering from PTSD, she says, don't hold on to it. Go see someone, and that the military has become so much more open to helping veterans in these situations.
All right, Liz, thank you. Certainly appreciate that. And Not on Your Side would like to thank all military personnel and their families for their service. The stories of courage and sacrifice always will be remembered. And if you do know someone who needs help, I just want to remind you that we have a world-class center at the VA hospital right here in Tucson.